Hi Shogi fans, now let's learn some other pawn tactics today. Now it's black to move. Find the best move here. Well, you think this is simple? Silver to 2c promote? Well, this move is awful, because white will drop the pawn to 2g, rook takes, pawn drop to 2f, rook takes, and pawn to 2e. You're in a big trouble. You can take it, but if you fall back, you lose the silver. So, it's not silver to 2c. Yeah, it's pawn to 2d. Pawn takes and rook recaptures. Now the rook is in the knight's blind spot. So after he defends by pawn drop to 2b, now you can go ahead and drop the pawn to 2c. Pawn takes and silver recaptures. What's the good move here? Well, just dropping the pawn to here doesn't do any good. He can just escape. So, the answer here is dropping the pawn to here for e. And this tactic is called silver pincer. You see, the silver can't go to anywhere. So now you're threatening to drop another pawn to here, 5f, and capture the silver. But Gote can't do anything about it. Well, but be careful, this silver pincer tactic works only when the silver is ahead of his pawn. If this pawn wasn't here, he can just drop the pawn to here, right? So it doesn't work. Alright, now how about this one? Let's suppose your opponent exchanged the pawn here and advanced the silver. What's your next move? Well, actually the answer here is just dropping the pawn to 5f. Because then the silver has to get back. You know why? Well, of course you might want to know what happens after silver took this pawn. Well, if you take it, Gote's attack is successful. But actually you don't take it. You pull the silver back to 6h. And look at this. Silver pincer, and he's in a big trouble. He can't save the silver. Well, he can drop a pawn to here, but it's nothing. And here, well, it's nothing. The silver's dead. Alright. Alright, now how about this? Let's suppose your opponent has pushed this pawn. He's trying to make a pawn exchange here. How are you going to reply to this move? Well, don't just take it and let him exchange the pawns. Well, it's pawn pushed to 6e. And after he takes it, you take the pawn. Well, it's a silver pincer. You can capture silver by dropping the pawn to here in the next move. And at this position, if the silver goes back, you just win the pawn. Alright, now, how about this? Let's suppose Gote again pushed up this pawn, and he's trying to make a pawn exchange here. Well, see, this time the rook is here as opposed to here, right? So actually, you'll notice silver pincer won't work because after pawn to 6e, silver takes, and then you take the pawn, but it will be recaptured by the rook. So the silver can escape, right? Well, but don't just simply abandon this idea of silver pincer here, because, well, then you can drop a pawn to here, and yeah, the silver can go back, but you notice something? Now the rook has nowhere to go. So, now you drop the pawn to 7f, and you've captured the rook. Alright, that's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching.